Hello, gentle people, it's me again, and today I'll be making sweet potato balls, or if you want to think of them as croquettes, or as I saw at the restaurant, dumplings. So I went out with my friends to a broken plate, and they had these really nice sweet potato dumplings, as they call it, but me and my friends kept on calling it balls, and you can see that they were very irritated that we were doing that, but that's what it is. Anyway, so I'm actually starting with a 2 pound sweet potato. This one is really 2 pound big. So I'll be peeling that. I'm using my vegetable peeler. Use whatever you like to use, but for me this is the easiest way for me. And am I the only one who is totally annoyed at peeling sweet potatoes and it's staying up your hand and your fingernail and everything? I just don't like that. Plus it's tough because look how me I struggle with the knife to cut it. Anyway, so I'll be cutting them into cubes to make it easier for when I want to boil it and to make it quicker. In the meantime, I should be having a pot boiling, but I really don't have the patience to wait until a pot boils up. So you know, so me I put another pot when the pot's still not boil. And don't forget to add salt to the pot. But anyway, back to the chopping up. So as you can see, me there kind of struggle for use a knife cut it up, but you know your girl is pressing on and pressing through and cutting up these sweet potato bits like a champ. So here's a pot of water that should be boiling, but you know, as I said, I was gonna throw it in anyway, so I did just that. So I'm throwing in the potatoes and I'm going to boil them until them soft and mushy. You can see them start to breaking up. This is ideal. So you're going to just strain off that water and get to the mashing. So you see, oh, it kind of soft, so it kind of start mash for me. I'm happy. So anyway, I'll be using some nutmeg powder. Thank Island Spice have it all you know, powdered for me already, so I'm gonna have to grate off my finger them. So I'll be using that. It's about a half teaspoon. I'll also be using some cinnamon powder as well, about a quarter teaspoon. But guys, you can season it to your taste. This is me adding a tablespoon of granulated sugar. It's sweet potato, but you still want it to taste a little bit sweeter, and that is a tablespoon of heavy cream, or you can use milk if that's what you have. Using my masher, mash, 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 mash. If you don't have a masher, use a fork. Turn your hand, make fashion. So here we go. I have a plate over there with some flour because I'll be resting the balls on it. So using a tablespoon at a time to make my balls. Rub them up round and round between your palms. When they're at the desired shape, you can just rest them there. If it feels like it's a little bit too soft, you can also just put in the freezer for about 20 to 30 minutes. But mine were fine. I'll be starting with 2 eggs as well that I'll be whisking because we'll be doing a breading. You can stretch eggs by adding water if you don't have enough egg. So a little trick will work from time to time. You can also probably use 3 eggs just to be on the safe side, but I'm starting with 2, and if I need more, then I'll add more during the process. Alright, so I'll also be adding a cup of all-purpose flour and also some panko breadcrumbs. Now this I did not measure, I just poured and said this look like it'll be enough for cover the balls them I'm ready. But my eyeball that until you know, my tongue said look like about 1 cup to here. And so I'll also be adding some freshly grated parmesan. So sprinkle to your heart's content, whether you like it cheesy or not, that's up to you. You also don't have to add the parmesan if you don't want to. So just mixing it up a bit, and then we'll start our breading process. So as you know, we'll start from our flour. So I put it in order. So you go flour, and then you dip into the eggs, and then into the panko breadcrumbs. You can also just place them back on the plate to rest it a bit until you have a few all breaded for frying. Please note, guys, if you don't want to fry them, you can also do them in the oven. So I would suggest doing that about 25 to 30 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or until you know they reach the desired gold color that you want. So now here I have it. I'm going to put them into my deep fryer. I have it at a temperature of 340 degrees. I'll be frying them for about 5 to 8 minutes, or until the desired goldness that I want. Alright, so this is after 8 minutes. I think this color is lovely, so I'm gonna leave it at this. I'll just have them hanging there to drain off the excess oil, and of course they're gonna place them onto a dish with a paper towel just to suck up the additional oil. Of course, when I feel extra and things, so I'm gonna say instead just the balls, I'm gonna give them a little sauce to coat the balls. So I'll be making a garlic aioli. So for aioli, that's basically mayonnaise with some lemon juice. So I'll be starting with 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. So I'll end up getting enough. But you never waste, guys. You know, I'm gonna use it and other things on the end. So I'm starting with the 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and I have a whole lemon here, which I'll be using half at first, and then you know if it tastes like I still need some of them add other half. So couldn't buy look for the strainer, so I'm always watching the TV and the chef them do that and use them and as a strainer, and it go on through cause no the seed never dropping them and things, so it can't work. Can't somebody putting on to something. Here is the garlic again. So I'll be using I think 3 or 4 cloves. So peel, and I'm going to mash it. Someone gonna tell somebody gonna mash it, but then it okay to go gonna mash it. Nobody know what taste big old garlic chunk on them something. So I have my little zester grater thing here. So I'll be using that to just grate the garlic, so you know have smaller even bits to mix up into the mayonnaise. So y'all see me taking my time just gingerly grating my garlic. Nice alliteration. Anyway, so you know I have to take my time because I don't lose no fingertip. I know people could lose fingertip or greater things, you know, but no ma'am, not this girl. Me's a girl who likes to buy season them go supermarket. So I saw this in Mega Mart and I'm like, hey, garlic aioli, black garlic salt. So I added some of that. So that's basically a pinch. And I know I always love my little Scotch bonnet pepper powder from Chavot. Yeah. So I added that because you know just like to spice it up a little bit, and it really just added a nice kick to this aioli. I started with the spoon and I realized like, yeah, let's use the whisk. I'm gonna detect how to use it, so might as well use it. So whisk away. Whisk. And that's pretty much a garlic aioli, guys. So this is what I did. I smeared it on the plate for presentation. So look, all my balls them look nice and crispy and golden. Your girl came through with this, and the sauce really complemented these balls so wonderfully. So I hope you guys will give this a try. Thank you so much for watching.